Hey guys, it's Melanie. Happy Saturday. Welcome to Ye Olde Weekly Home Fragrance Roundup, the video that I like to do every Saturday, talking about all the candles, wax melts, crocs, lamps, tinfoil, the case of this week, that I was using to fragrance my house. Yeah, so we're gonna discuss all of that here in just 1 minute. I wanna start this video out with just a very quick thank you to everyone who messaged me over on Instagram letting me know about the prestigious worst candle review ever award that I won this past week. My trophy has not arrived yet, so as soon as it does, I will of course proudly display it on the table behind me here, so I can't wait. In all seriousness, thank you guys for letting me know. I do not follow this individual. I have not for a number of years for a variety of reasons, but I do appreciate you guys looking out for me and being kind enough to let me know when stuff like that happens. I do want to let you guys know it doesn't bother me. There are some things that I have seen in the past from this particular person that just make me think that this is just, it's just par for the course. Like, it doesn't even, I don't even think that that's the thing. Like, I know that that's just the thing. It's par for the course with this person to periodically trash people and put that all on that just being their truth. But really, like, it doesn't bother any of the people that he ever targets. So just so you guys know that, like, I've talked to some other people who he has targeted in the past, and it is, no one takes it seriously. So just so you guys know. But thank you so much. I will say, one thing that was great to read in those DMs was that that particular post was very eye-opening for some of you who were still at that point following this person, and it helped you see who they really are. And I think that definitely is something positive that probably came from that for a few people, so I am glad for that. And I will end this just by leaving you with I think this is a Maya Angelou quote, but I heard it from Oprah. When people show you who they are, believe them. And also, there is no excuse for just random unkind behavior. I just don't think there's an excuse for it. So all that being said, thank you guys so much. And I will, of course, let you know as soon as I receive my trophy. And, you know, I love getting awards. So anyway, really, guys, it doesn't bother me, but thank you for letting me know. All right, let's get into the candles and the wax melts from this past week. So in my candle crock, which the only one that I'm still using this week is the one that is in my laundry room, which is why I'm pointing in that direction. That is the direction of the laundry room. I actually just took that candle out right here. You can see it's still pretty, it's not pretty liquidy, it is all liquid. So if you do not know what a candle crock is, in the description box right below this video, I'm going to be linking a few things. One of the videos that I will link is my Candle Crock 101. That explains the whole concept behind a candle crock. I also give a suggestion of a great affordable one that is really plain and simple. So check the description box down below for that. But that is the Ulta Candle and Sugar Cookie. So I have decided that in order to get through some more of my candles that I bought last year that I didn't get around to reviewing, but I want to just use up, honestly, at this point, I'm gonna start putting those in my crocs. So this weekend, I'm gonna gather a pile of candles that will just be specifically slated to start and finish their lives in the crock. That way I can just get them out of the house. I am really feeling this insane urge here at the beginning of the new year. And this happens every January, where I just want to go through and declutter my house. I want to refresh things. I just want to make sure that I'm not like giving in to like the natural hoarding tendencies. I feel like that might be like a genetic thing for me. My mom, a little bit of a collector, if you will. I won't say hoarder because it's not out of control, but my mom's a collector. My Oma was a collector. I come from a long line of women who collect things, and I don't know. I don't know that that's always like the best in terms of helping me not feel overwhelmed. I think I feel least overwhelmed when I don't have huge collections of things. And that's where I'm kind of trying to get to with a lot of my candles. So I'm gonna use my Crocs to sort of help me clear out some of my old candle stash here. And so you'll be seeing a lot more jars like that that are full of wax, but no longer have any fragrance. I am always burning a candle of some kind or another. So I'm getting ambiance from candles, but I like the 24/7 fragrance aspect of a candle crock for myself. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm not saying that you should do that. If you really enjoy burning your candles, you don't have to use Crocs. I think Crocs are great for candles that don't behave, candles that you need to maybe just finish up, you know, stuff like that. Candles that soot, candles that have wicks that either fell over, disappeared, or became nubby. There's all sorts of reasons why you would use a crock. But anyway, for me, I'm gonna be feeling a lot more Crocs. And the sugar cookie did quite well this week in the crock in the laundry room. When I walked in this morning, it smelled pretty faded, and so I decided to go ahead and just fish that out, and there she is. Now we're gonna wait for the wax to harden up before I carry it upstairs, because I would be the one with a full jar of wax, liquefied wax at that would trip on a stair, and whoosh. Now that would be a waxident that I would not be excited to clean up. Craig would not be pleased either. So we're gonna wait for that to harden up. Next to that is a slightly liquefied Homeworx coconut cake, and I actually just blew that out before starting to film this video. So I fished it out and brought it in here so that I could remember that I was burning that this morning in the dining room. However, currently we are having a citrus moment here in this house. In my kitchen, I have the Sicilian orange from Kringle, which is one of my favorite fresh scents from Kringle. Love that scent. It's a really juicy, fresh orange with like just a hint of like an herbal note. It's so good, you guys. If you're looking for a great spring cleaning kind of fragrance, I actually also have some wax melts in the Sicilian orange going in the kitchen as well. So it is very orange in that part of the house. And then behind me here is one of the new Homeworx Amalfi Coast collection candles, and it is it's Amalfi Coast. It's also a lemon candle. Tomorrow I will have a quick video. I am not brief about anything, so I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't know that it's gonna be a quick video. I'm filming it today, but this Amalfi Coast collection was released at Homeworx.Shop. I'm still hearing about people having problems with the website. I really wish that Homeworx could get the website stuff figured out. I did email my contact over there this morning and was like, what's going on? So they're looking into it, just so you guys know. But anyway, moral of the story is I have, Homeworx was nice enough to send me the 3 candles in this collection as PR. So tomorrow I'm gonna talk about them. Amalfi Coast is actually formerly known as Lemon and Laurel Leaf. So here's the other 2 candles. I haven't lit either of these up, but Red Geranium and Salted Caramel Gelato. These are all repackages, just so you guys know. But I wanted to kind of take you through, talk about the fragrances, because I've actually, I have reviewed all 3 of these here on my channel. So that's why I like to do these individual reviews. It's very easy for me to like reference back to them this way. I have thought about starting to do like batch reviews, but I don't know. I like the individual review format myself, so I think I'm gonna be sticking with that. But yeah, so I went through and watched my older videos about those, so I thought we could kind of sniff through, see if things are different, talk about the strength of the candles just in terms of cold sniff. And I've been burning this one for quite some time. Made a little boo-boo with it the first day that I burned it. I left it going for, I'm really embarrassed about this, it was 12 hours. It accidentally was left burning overnight. Please don't do that. Please don't do that. Shockingly enough, when I woke up the next morning and had a heart attack, it wasn't sooty. Now, there was carbon residue from the wicks that had dropped into the wax, so the wax doesn't look that fantastic, but I smelled it throughout the entire downstairs of the house. Now, that may have been because it was going for 12 hours. Do not recommend burning a Homeworx candle for 12 hours. Really, the prime burn time for me with Homeworx is anywhere from 2.5 to maybe 3.5 hours. Anything more than that, I think you start to experience issues with those particular candles, at least at this point in time. I hope someday that we can get back to a place where we can burn Homeworx for like 4 or 5 hours, but I don't know. I also like to change my fragrances throughout the day, so it's not necessarily a bad thing, but anyway. All right, so that's what's currently going. I did not use my lamp this week. I was going to, but then I decided to take a tip that was left for me on last week's video and incorporate it to get, and we're going to start talking about candles now. So I think I've covered everything. Also in the description box, I will put links to where to buy all of these candles that I'm showing, if they're available, discount codes, sales for the weekend with the companies that I typically tend to shop with. So check that out. But anyway, so I was going to use my candle lamp again for my LAFCO Hazelnut Torrone. But someone in last week's video said, you know what, really the best thing for the LAFCO candles is to wrap them in foil. That will get the candle to pool out. And I was like, I don't know. Sure as poop, it worked. It pulled out completely, right? So what I appreciate about this very expensive candle, which I did get on sale, by the way, but what I appreciate is that once it pulled out, like it looks beautiful. The wick is certainly a sturdy wick, so I just didn't trim it when I was trying to get this to pull out again. And it was good that I did that because that gave me enough wick with that extra wax that had pulled out to like still leave the wick at an acceptable length. Now, I am still going to trim this before the next time I burn it, but I just want to show something here that took me a while to notice, and I didn't mention it in my review. This wick is super off center, so I'm really not surprised that my wax didn't pull out evenly. So check out that's not centered, right? Like, I'm not crazy. And it was here on this side that the wax was refusing to pull out. So I think that's the problem here. Now, LAFCO so I emailed them and I was like, oh man, I'm having some issues with this candle. Do you guys have any tips, tricks? Like, what do you recommend for your candles that aren't pulling out? And they were like, the reason that it probably is not pulling out for you is that you have it in a drafty area. And I said, no, I don't. I had it actually in Hurricane, so no draft. And I have been burning it in a few different places. We don't really have a ton of drafty areas in our house. We definitely have dead spots where there really is like no airflow, but I would not consider this a drafty house at all. And I've had this in Hurricanes, I've had this in candle sleeves, so I know drafts weren't really the problem here. I think it was this off-centered wick. So anyway, I do appreciate them attempting to tell me what the problem was and how I can fix it. You know, they told me to keep it out of drafty areas. So anyway, what I think is going to work if you are struggling with your LAFCO candles pulling out is you need to just wrap them in foil, and that takes away from the beautiful aesthetic of the jar. I will say, after it is completely pulled out, I have been, so this is what I've been doing. I still keep the candle sleeve, like that glass sleeve over the candle. I also have it in a Hurricane, and once it pulls out completely, I can totally take the foil off and it will burn evenly. But then if I light it again the next time and I don't do any of those things, it will create that tunnel again. And then I have to go through on a subsequent burn and put on the foil and get it pulled out, blow it out, trim the wick, relight it, you know, do the whole shebang. It's a lot of work. This luxury candle is a lot of work. So that makes me think that this is probably not going to be a brand that I'm going to just buy a ton of. I will say I do think they're worth it for the vessels. And Josh from Touch the Fire Twice and I were chatting, and he was saying that these also make really beautiful like cocktail glasses. And as soon as he said that, I was like, oh, I wish you wouldn't have said that because now I want to set. I mean, wouldn't you want like a cocktail out of this? Obviously, you would clean this very, very carefully. But the glass is gorgeous. It's all hand blown. It is substantial. It's weighty. The fragrance is amazing. The hazelnut Torrone really is, it's very accurate to the actual like Italian treat of the Torrone. You smell that nougat filling. You smell the hazelnuts. Whoa, sir, don't pull my shirt down. This is not the kind of YouTube channel we have, buddy. So you smell the nougat, you smell the hazelnuts. It's so delicious. It's really yummy, you guys. I mean, these are on sale at the Lefko website. I believe that the sale runs until the 31st, which, by the way, is like, what, on Tuesday? How is it? How are we done with January? It's blowing my mind. Anyway, yeah. So you can still get this. I kind of want another one just because I want another jar. But I can't. Like, I can't just buy this just because of the jar. And also, I am trying not to be a hoarder. I need to be careful. Okay, here is my, I took the label off, but it's the vanilla crumb cake from Candleberry. And this is a review that will be coming up tomorrow. So tomorrow I'm gonna upload 2 videos because I just kind of want to get these out. So the Homeworx video, and then I will also have an in-depth candle review of this bad boy. Now I will say she is having a little bit of a struggle in terms of pulling out evenly as well. There's just a little bit more wax on this other side, but I did put the tin foil over this as well, and it did start to correct. You can see where it wanted to like completely pull out there. However, I had to leave. I had to run some errands, and I do try my best to always, you shouldn't even try. Like, it should just be like, you have to do it. You have to blow out the candles before you leave your house, right? Like, this is just not safe to not do that. So at any rate, I love this smell, you guys. This vanilla crumb cake. I'm ruining the review for you, but I freaking love this candle. It's so delicious. And at some point this spring, I am going to buy their cookie jar. Have you guys seen these cookie jars from Candleberry? Holy cannoli. Like, it's more of like, I feel like I want it for like the conversation starter like aspect of it, because it's an actual glass cookie jar. Go to the, I will of course be linking Candleberry down below, but it's a massive cookie jar with a glass lid. It's clear, and it burns for, I think the range that I saw was 400 to 600 hours. So you probably really want to pick your fragrance carefully if you're going to invest in a candle that has that much wax, that much burn time. But I think the scent that I'm gonna pick is it's this one. I will love this scent for all eternity. This is very basic, very yummy. Just so you guys know, I like gourmand scents. So it is going to have to smell delicious, delightful, yummy, all of those things. Like, if I'm really gonna enjoy a scent, gourmands are really my go-to, and this one is yummy. It smells like you are baking a vanilla cake, and like no complaints about the scent. Anyway, we'll talk more about this tomorrow. But I want that in a massive, massive size. I should probably order some more of their wax melts first, because there might be some other scent from Candleberry that also like really floats my boat. However, I think this is it for me. It's so good, you guys. Also, I finished this Nest grapefruit votive. I was using this in my downstairs powder room this week. These little guys are great samplers from Nest. Usually when you place an order that's above a certain amount, they send you one of these cute little votives in whatever scent, you know, they send to you. Grapefruit was the one that I received last time I placed an order, and this is really yummy, you guys. It is very fresh, and it's a sweeter grapefruit. This is how I like to eat my grapefruits. I cut them in half, and then I sprinkle sugar on top. I know sprinkling sugar on there kind of defeats some of like the health benefits, because naturally there's already sugars in the grapefruit, but I don't know, it's what I've always done, and it's yummy. And this smells like grapefruit with sugar sprinkled on top. It's really yummy, and man, it has me considering purchasing the full size. I think I still like Sicilian Tangerine better, but Nest does citrus quite well. I will give it to them. But I like to stick with their 1-wick candles. I am someone who has a lot of problems with Nest 3-wick candles because they just get really dirty for me at the halfway point. The wicks get kind of nubby. There's a lot of residue from the wicks that falls into the wax. And then sometimes they even get quite sooty after the halfway point, which is a major bummer. But I still buy them from time to time, only when they're on sale. So it's usually like an after holidays kind of thing, you know, that kind of vibe. Anyway, we gotta keep going. The Homeworx Next for Autism chocolate chip banana pancakes. I was gonna say no, not maple pancakes. Chocolate chip banana. So I burned this a couple times this week again. I'm still gonna review this one. I have to say this one started out a lot stronger than it's currently doing. I'm actually really struggling to smell it after the halfway point in my family room. So that's a little bit of a bummer because I actually quite like the fragrance. The fragrance is authentic. It smells good. If there's one thing that I think Harry does really well, it's gourmands. In fact, I think he does my favorite gourmands. But the strength and throw of this, basically on par for what we experienced back in 2021. I really hope that those issues are going to be resolved. I don't know for sure. Homeworx is one of those companies that is not, and I don't know that a lot of candle companies necessarily are, but they're not like super forthcoming about, you know, dealing with issues surrounding like the manufacture of their candles. I don't know. I have always appreciated companies that come out and say, hey, you know, we're having trouble sourcing this or sourcing that, so we're having to tweak our formulas. We're not able to release quite as many scents because we're having trouble, you know, again, getting things, or the factory is just not getting it right. Like, I always appreciate a lot of more of that insider information, but I feel like that is just not, that's not how a lot of companies operate, I guess. Like, they're not here to like tell us their problems, right? But I feel like in a case where like there have been continuing, sorry, my feet are falling asleep and this guy is not helping. All right, there you go. Simmer down. My feet are, ooh, I've got that pins and needle feeling. Oh, wake up, little foot. But yeah, I just don't think that it's their style to really be forthcoming with information like that. I'm sure there's a lot of things behind the scenes that like people don't know about. I mean, that's the reality of like everything, right? But anyway, you guys, let's talk wax melts next. I have more Candleberry updates for you guys. I have one scent this week that I was just like, I want to hork. I don't know what happened because I really actually kind of liked it on cold sniff, but when I warmed it, it went sour. So sour. Which one was it? It was Buttercream Snickerdoodle, you guys. So I put this all throughout my warmers in the downstairs. Well, I think it was like 4 or 5 of, I think it was 4 of my warmers that got the Buttercream Snickerdoodle. It smelled like sour cheesecake in my house. In fact, like I was upstairs cleaning the bathroom, scrubbing the freaking shower door. So I was up there for a while and then I came back down and like everything had finally melted. It is a paraffin wax, so it takes a little bit longer to melt in my Scentsy warmers. I've been putting them mostly in 25 watt warmers, so it takes a little longer, but it's fine. It works. It works. So I came downstairs and I was like, what just happened? I do not like that smell at all. And this was the same day that I was in my other warmers was melting the Nana's Christmas Cobbler. Nana's Christmas Cobbler is delicious. I do recommend, totally worth checking out. If you liked Kringle's Country Candle, I think it was called Holiday Cake. If you like that holiday cake, you should try this. Very similar. Delicious fruity cake, essentially. Like if I'm just gonna break it down to like a very basic explanation of what this scent is, it's like a fruity cake. Not fruit cake, like cake that has fruit in it. kind of generic. No fruit that's like necessarily super like discernible, but just like a general fruitiness. It's good. I like it. I like the scent. I don't think that I would need like a candle, but I would get more wax melts in this scent. It is yummy. But I would not recommend the buttercream snickerdoodle. You guys, I had to turn my warmers off and like get the wax out ASAP. And then I opened my windows, all the windows. It was 42 degrees. I was just like, yep, don't care. Open them. It's like trying to like waft the air out. I don't know what happened. If you have buttercream snickerdoodle, will you let me know if you have a similar experience? I mean, yeah, it just was not delicious. So there's that. But I did finish my second box of the vanilla crumb cake. I'm telling you guys, you got to try it. It's really good. That's a great scent. I'm really, really pleased with that. And then also a couple of other things. The vanilla cream. The vanilla cream I have in my upstairs hallway this week. I used 3 cubes instead of 2. So here we go. And then I also put 2 in my master bedroom as well. So someone had suggested trying this one in a different spot in my house because I tried it in the downstairs and I couldn't smell it. You guys know I love Scentsy. But every once in a while, I get a dud. Every company, every once in a while, I get a dud. It's fine. It's not gonna make me quit Scentsy. I will still happily purchase, but I am not putting vanilla cream in my club, and I was totally anticipating doing that because I still can't smell it in the upstairs hallway, which has much lower ceilings and is kind of, I mean, I won't say it's enclosed, but like, anything that I put up there, I can typically smell quite well. I can smell a very faint, just vanilla, but it's not even really noticeable. Even in our bedroom, not really noticeable. So I'm a lot disappointed in this one. I'm not gonna lie, because I really wanted to love this and I was gonna put it in my club, but I cannot. Let me tell you what I did put in my club. Crumb Top, because for some reason that one did not do well for a lot of you, did super well for me. So I'm wondering if there are maybe some inconsistencies with the Bring Back My Bars in certain cases. It can happen, right? But anyway, I did try it in some different areas like you guys had suggested, and it's just not performing for me. I did place an order for, because Bring Back My Bar is coming to a close at the end of this month, obviously, so I added everything that I wanted to into my club. In fact, at some point, maybe next week, I will do a what I currently have in my club type video, my Scentsy club, because I recently took things out and put new things in. So I don't know, let me know if you guys are interested in that. I feel like those videos they're kind of a good way to like snoop on people. I see a lot of people doing them, so maybe I'll do that if you guys are interested. And then also the little clamshells are still on the counter. In my warmers, actually going today, wow, I've been talking for 27 minutes, that's embarrassing. Kringle, Sicilian Orange, and Morning Cartoons, those wax melts. And that's it. You guys, I hope you have a great rest of your weekend. Check out the description box down below for links to everything. Give this video a thumbs up if you found it helpful. I love you guys. Thanks for being here. I appreciate you so much. And I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Toodaloo.